There is a PvP game mode in Pokemon Pocket where you and your opponent will not be playing EX Pokemon. If you want to play Pokemon Pocket for fun on a budget where you don't have to chase the EX cards or you don't want to have to deal with how powerful they are, because the downside of simply losing 2 points when they die is really not that big of a downside. When they deal way more damage, they have better abilities, they're a lot more efficient, they have higher health. If you want to, let's say instead of an EX Charizard, you want to be playing a regular Charizard, we got the game mode for you, and you can see how much worse the regular Charizard is. It's got less health, it deals less damage, same exact energy, deal 150, where the Crimson Storm deals 200 and you have a higher base health. It is crazy. Let's show you how that game mode works. So you're going to go on over to the PvP mode here. Then you're going to click on Versus, and then you're going to click on Private Match. This is the area where you create and enter other private matches. By entering in the password, we're going to enter in the magical password, which is going to be no EX, just like that. By typing in no EX, you have created a room and you're also entering a room. So let's say there's 100 people that type in no EX. You're now going to randomly matchmake with one of them. It's such an ingenious feature that I think is absolutely accidental from the Pocket developers. Now, this is an honor system. Be honorable and not join this queue with an EX Pokemon. First off, let's pick a non-EX deck. So let's go on over to PokemonMeta.com and let's look at the tier list. Of course, EX Mewtwo, EX Pikachu, Tier 1, EX Charizard and Starmie, Tier 2. Here we have Koga, and also we have Blaine. So we could look at Koga and Blaine for the decks that we want to play. But looking at this, we want to make sure there's no EX Pokemon, Weezing and Arbok that is safe to use. Here's a sample deck just like that. And then here's a bunch of recent tournament topping deck lists to have fun with. Now, you could be thinking, oh, this is cringe. Why are you optimizing a non-EX mode? Just because we're playing with no EX Pokemon does not mean that you should be shamed for wanting to play optimally. I think it's fun to play in more casual formats, but still play good decks within them. And then we have Blaine. Here's another non-EX deck. Rapidash and Ninetales. This deck is doing quite well in tournaments. I would say that Blaine and Koga are going to be the top 2 decks in the non-EX mode. But in addition to these top tier decks, you could, as we said, talk about Charizard, play Charizard. If you want to play Charizard, then this is the chance to do it. And I think when the game becomes more fleshed out with more ways to search for the evolved Stage 1, Stage 2 Pokemon, a game mode like this is really going to grow and become a lot more fun and more popular. And it's also super free to play friendly because the non-EX Pokemon are simply cheaper and easier to obtain. We really want to make this a good and great thing. And again, honor system. So another great benefit of the no EX mode, look how quick that was. Pupka, nice. The benefit is you are supposed to send a thanks to your opponent, all right? If you go in a ranked mode and you clap someone up, they're gonna be salty, but no salt in the no EX mode. You're not allowed to do it, all right? That's the unwritten rule. No EX Pokemon, and you have to send a thanks. All right, let's get to it, let's do it. We got Coughing and a Pokeball, hopefully grabbing an Ekans off of that. Sabrina, not ideal. We want to instead have the Koga to return back our Coughing or Wheezing after taking up on some damage. So this is where the opponent hopefully does not reveal an EX Pokemon. I mean, you have to go out of your way. You type in no EX to join. There you go. Nidoran deck. That's good. This is great. Ooh, we got the Evolve right away. We're going to Pokeball, hopefully for an Ekans. Yep. Oh, another Coughing. That's fine. So it looks like we're in for an actual good, honorable, fun duel here. This is great. This is what Pokemon Pocket is all about. So we can't do anything on our first turn, obviously, but we get to use a support card first, which the Pokeball is an item. One of the biggest benefits of going first is being able to use Professor Research before your opponent. And then ideally, you have another Professor Research right after. Ooh, Call for Family. We got the backup here on the bench. Nidoran on the bench here. And now it is time to set up our Dark Energy. We're going to tackle for 30 and then poison for 10 damage every single turn. It's really great that the abilities do not end your turn, but attacking does. So you want to make sure, do we want to use anything else? Do we want to push this onto the bench? If they stayed poisoned on the bench, then it would be great to poison it, then push it back with Sabrina. Otherwise, we are going to be slamming it for another 10 damage during the end phase. It does not die during their own end phase, but if they keep it on the field, it pretty much just blocks an attack for the next turn as he's trying to set up the bench. So I would maybe consider... Oh, no, we're actually evolving into Nidorina. And it did wipe away the poison. That is a big deal. Now, something to consider here is my tackle's not 30 damage. It's actually going to be 40 damage because the gas leak will burn you for an additional 10 within my own end phase. So Nidorina at 40 health, if you don't heal it right now with the potion, it's dead. And putting even more energy onto a dead Pokemon, that a big mistake, I think so. Let's see what happens. And still, we need our Ekans. Come on, we don't want to win this duel with just Weezing. That would be kind of cringe. I do think I want to potentially... Oh, yep, pull back. Smart. That's a good idea. Building up the back row. Now, this should hopefully get us a Pokeball or an Arbok, please, or even a Koga. There's so many good cards we could be drawn into here. There we go. Ekans into Arbok. Exactly what I want to see. So I want to put double Dark Energy onto the Ekans and get it ready for the Arbok. And let's start gas leaking into a tackle. We got the perfect setup here. Oh, well, slightly less than perfect. We still need to draw into our Koga to be able to pull back the Weezing from the Nidorana, the big queen attack, right? Let's check up on that, actually. Should I even be fearful of this? Let's type in Nidoran, Nidoking, Nidoran. Let's look at Nidoran deck. Wait, no one's even using the regular Nido, but the Nidorano, there is Nidoking deck. Okay, Nidoking deals 90 with a Poison Horn. What about the other one? Nidoqueen. What about the Queen? No one playing the Queen? Wow. So people just don't like this because it's just not consistent enough. Deal 50 more damage for each of your benched Nidoking. So truly a unique deck within the no EX mode, a deck that no one is daring to want to play in the regular ranked queue. So this is nice to see. I'm happy to see it. Let's have a good duel. Is this going to set up into some kind of a one-shot, though? This does 50 more for each of your bench Nidokings. Holy moly, is that a lot of damage, but it has to be benched. So we are going to set up the Arbok, and let's put a second Dark Energy onto it, sure. Let's Pokeball, and let's consider forcing the Nidoking or Nidoqueen into the front. I think so. That might be the play that we want to do here. Let's do another Ekans. The problem is he is definitely going to be one-shotting us with the Nidoqueen. If we swap it up, it's already going to be dealing 80 plus 50, a 130 damage strike on a Weezing. So is it even a good idea to try to force it in the front? They could then just put up forward the Nidoking. I think while we have some damage on the Nidorina, this is probably going to just be the better play. And I don't know about you, this duel is already feeling a lot more epic than a regular EX duel. Knowing that we both have to defeat 3 Pokemon instead of just one EX and then another, because the EX Pokemon duels, they pretty much wind down to simply dealing with one EX Pokemon, then the duel is over from there. This instead is going to be much more of a bigger grind. I think a bigger buildup of a much more epic duel. Now, hopefully we win this. Oh my goodness. This is so why this is not good in the regular EX mode is it takes too long to build up. So this is perfect for the no EX mode where there aren't going to be quick duels unless you're playing Blaine. So you have time to fully build up your bench with a ton of Queens and Nidokings and then get clapping. Oh boy, it's happening. Nidoqueen, come forth, yes, unless you're going to tank some damage with the King. Queen it up. The one shot is here. And you're just going to back-to-back be one-shotting me. We can't even pull back the Weezing with the Koga and it be an actual good play. Let's Gas Leak, sure. And let's put another Dark Energy onto something. Maybe since the Coughing can go up whenever, we'll start building up the Ekans in case we top deck into another Arbok. That'd be good. Yup, all right. Let's smack for 30. Or I should probably Sabrina. The retreat cost is quite large. Triple retreat? Yeah, this is it. Sabrina, push the Queen back. So a big downside of using the Sabrina here would be if they had a smaller Pokemon, but now they're stuck with a Queen in the front, I should say a King in the front, when they need the King on the bench. This is a huge, we just made a huge play. This is massive. This is great. Let's go, mate. And did I gas leak the Nidoqueen? Yeah, I really screwed that up. We missed playing. What the heck am I doing, mate? We gassed the Nidoqueen and then pushed it into the back row. So definitely do not make those mistakes. I think being quick to gas leak is just an instinct before thinking about your other plays. Think about your other plays before then. We got Farfetch D, ain't no way. And we're going to be whipping out our second Arbok. Whoops, wrong card. There we go. And now, let's gas leak the Nidoking, which on purpose I didn't gas leak it earlier, right? Because I wanted to have it on the field longer. That's exactly why. We're going to put a point onto the coughing here. We're fine. We don't have to use anything. And let's get tackling. Bam. He's not going to have enough time. There's no way to get the poison horn off, right? What's the math? He's going to take another 30, another like 40 plus 60 damage of tackles before he could even do it. Well, this is the final turn before we have to do another attack here. So he's going to take 10, 10, 30, 10 in the end phase. He doesn't even one-shot the Weezing. I could Koga it back to my hand. This is great. Nidoqueen is the real one-shotter. This is the big play. And we pulled that King to the front here. I think we got this duel. Yup, get burning, boy. Get burning. We can choose to kill with Arbok right now. What do you think? If we Koga back to the hand for fun, I don't think we should do anything for fun, right? We should just try to kill the King on its own, and then we'll pull it back otherwise after he hits us with the big poison horn. X, speed it up. Let's evolve. We got both Arboks, both Weezings. We got our full evolutions on the field here. Let's set up the other Arbok. Perfect. We have all the energy we want and need. Another gas leak is useless here. Boom. Tackle the fool. And then he's dead. Next turn. Yup. I think we're going to put the other Weezing up front. We're going to hold back onto the Arboks. I feel so much safer with playing non-EX Pokemon, knowing that they're not going to take 2 points off us. Sabrina! You won't, mate. I'll just put another Weezing. It's the same thing. We don't lose energy for a retreat. That's fine. Hit us with the 90 damage. Now, the Nidoking actually one-shots Arbok because it deals that 90 damage plus 10 within the end phase. Ooh, we're going to start healing. Okay, that is interesting. Oh, another heal. You're going to take 10 during the end phase. You'll drop down to 60. Then on our turn, I will Arbok you. We're going to do it. Definitely. So, yeah, they're going to get countered big time. Barely surviving, 10 health. We would die during our end phase, but Koga is just so powerful. It's insane. It's a full heal. It heals your Weezing to max, and now we're going to put forth the Arbok. I do expect a surrender to happen here, but hopefully not. We could have a nice longer duel here. Let's build up the coughing. We'll Weezing over it in a bit, and let's now corner. 60 damage. Boom. All right, we got our second point. One more Pokemon death, and we win it. With the corner, it locks in their active Pokemon. They can't retreat. So on the final point, Arbok is just absolutely nasty. If we were to, let's say we get a Sabrina, that's going to be a one-shot into the Farfetch'd D. If he does not set up another Pokemon bigger than 60 within the bench soon, I do play more than one Sabrina, I believe, right? We got one Sabrina already used. One card left in the deck, so we actually just win with Sabrina. You know what? I'm not going to use Sabrina. Sabrina is cheap. Let's have a good duel here, all right? So, nope, didn't draw Sabrina. I didn't see it. You saw nothing. All right, let's get Weezing. And maybe I'll double potion. I don't want him to surrender or instantly win here. Let's finish this off on a high note. Let's double potion again. Wait, we're gonna get one shot. So that was just a mistake. I'm actually gonna retreat, so it's not a mistake. There you go. Let's turn the misplay into not a misplay. Let's use X speed into the Arbok in the back row now. Very good. Retreat it for 1 energy. And let's set up another energy here. And let's get cornering. Boom for 60. And we could keep on cycling the Arbok again. We could whip out the Weezing. It'll deal 30, then 10 in the end phase, or we just win with the corner right here, right now. Can you surprise me? Cannot retreat. No retreat allowed. Just like that. Let's go. And thank you very much for this great duel, my friend. This is a good one. The Nidoqueen was getting quite scary. I thought you were going to be able to one-shot me. Oh, Sabrina. Let's whip out the Weezing. We are Weezing. All my Pokemon's a one-shot onto that, unless he heals. He already used up double potion. I think this is the end. So now, to be fair, we're using an already top-tier deck within the EX meta. So, let's very simple. No cards left to draw. Thankfully, that's not a one-turn kill. Let's gas leak and tackle for game. Just like that. Thank you very much, Pup, KKA. Great duel in the no EX mode. I'm really excited for this mode. It really feels like a second game mode in the game now. Very important. You have to send them a thanks. Absolutely unacceptable to not send a thanks. And if people start trolling this game mode, I think within the Discord, we're going to create a shame channel. We're going to do it. We're going to get shaming. If you're not sending a thanks, you're going to have to write an apology. And if you're playing EX Pokemon in this, we will shame you because it takes 30 days to even change your name. So there you go. No EX mode. That is a lot of fun. Make sure you hop on the Discord right now so you can go into the whale code share so you could share EX Pokemon with the whales. The whales will share their super boosted pulls, and then you're going to have them in the Wonder code share. This is the only exploit in the game that exists to increase your chance to actually get better cards. Then, of course, continually check out PokemonMeta.com for events, news, and more. And what's good, we got the Fire Pokemon Mass Outbreak event happening. It's ending in 1 day. It's supposed to help you get an Arcanine EX. Then you click on the card here, and you could get some good ways to play the deck. So, like, here's Charizard decks playing it even. But if you want to play the Arcanine deck itself, let's see that. So Arcanine, and you can either play it, I can't believe how many Charizard players are now playing it. That is crazy. So Arcanine EX, there you go. Hop in, have fun, and here are some great versions on how to play the deck that are top in tournaments, so make use of that event. And also check out the ever-updating tier list every single day. It's even on the tier list just like that. So there you go. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much. We are out.